drink out his window. Anyways. Welcome back to a bit of a different video this week. We have taken off on our 2-week road trip. Started by showing Joe where we're going on the map because he's been so busy that he didn't really even know what we were doing, which is actually kind of exciting. We started with a flight to San Francisco to just get us up the coast a bit. This was Joe's first time experiencing San Francisco, so I brought him to a famous bakery, and then we're both not really city people, so we soon after that drove out of the city and into Mill Valley, and we ended up spending a few hours in Mill Valley. It was a place that I had always heard of but never really explored too much, so we got coffee. Definitely recommend Equator Coffee, and I'll also put the name of the park that we walked around. When I say Joe can nap anywhere, I mean anywhere. I'm walking around this gorgeous park / forest. Meanwhile, Joe found another place to sleep. And he's not even joking. This is actually what he decides to do. Down the road, and there's like bumper to bumper traffic of people heading home from the river. Hi. And this guy just handed Joe a drink out his window. I feel like that stuff happens to Joe all the time. And now he just has a drink. How is it? Good? We stayed the night in an amazing glamping spot called the AutoCamp. They actually have locations in really cool places all around the country, so definitely look out for them.
Such a good day.
What was your favorite part about today?
San Francisco.
What do you think about San Francisco?
It was super cool. Super interesting. All the hills and houses, all the tech stuff around. The self-driving car blew my mind. And then what was that place we went to? That town that we really like? Miller's? No.
Mill Valley.
Mill Valley?
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was really
That
cool.
kid is getting so close to the fire.
Everyone was cycling and happy, and it was really good weather, and the forest was beautiful. Yeah, I loved it.
Did you throw it out? We just finished up our first day. It's about 9:30 p.m. now, so it was this morning that we woke up at home at like 4 o'clock and flew to San Francisco. I've never been to Mill Valley before, I don't think. Like, I mean, probably when I was younger I've been to that area, but I've always heard of Mill Valley being so close to San Francisco and being so cute and quaint, and it truly was. It was like in the redwoods, and there was little coffee shops and bookstores. It was just so cute, and it's just so cool to like still be discovering new places in my home state. You know, I've grown up, born and raised in California, but still discovering new places, which is so cool. Drinking my root beer Olipop now, but I just took the most luxurious shower. They have amazing products and like really nice facilities, but we're in like the glamping tents, but there's also Airstreams, and there's like a common area, there's a big fire going outside, there's a bunch of families with little kids. It's just so cute and quaint. Joe's taking his shower right now too, and we're staying in a place called the Russian River in Guerneville. Also, it was cute seeing Joe see San Francisco for the first time, because he's never been to San Francisco, and obviously everyone has heard so much about San Francisco in their lives, and I've always told him, I'm like, I think you'd really love it. But it was so funny because I really wanted him to see the Golden Gate Bridge, and we were literally on the Golden Gate Bridge, and the biggest fog cloud ever just wrapped around the entire thing, and he couldn't see 6 feet in front of us. So he's still, even though we drove across it, he's still yet to see the Golden Gate Bridge, but that's all right. I'm trying to just be super present on this trip, and it's also what I've been loving about long form, like doing YouTube, is that I feel like it doesn't get in the way at all to film little clips. Here comes Joe. Luxurious shower.
It was so nice. Dude, everybody in the whole place is around the fire.
Anyways, we went on a really big road trip the third time we ever met for a couple months. It was like 3 months.
Yeah.
And we fully roughed it. I was driving a pickup truck at the time, and we slept in the back of the pickup truck, slept in a tent.
We bought like a camper for like $40 off Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, the camper top. It didn't fit my truck.
Like clamped it on, and
there was no door in the back, so it was just wide open. We were staying in places with like bears and scary people. Staying in Walmart parking lots. Like, we roughed it, did everything for free.
Crackheads.
Snuck into campgrounds. We never paid for a campground.
We got with the sheriff.
Really bad. The police did show up to our tent one morning. Keep in mind, I was like 20 years old. No, there's no excuses for doing that, but other than the fact that we were young and broke and having a good time. But now I was thinking that it's funny, and still we're like traveling on a budget to this day. Oh, yeah. But it's cool to be doing a road trip, what, 7 years later, and staying in places with like showers with like really nice natural products, and like before we start our day, we're gonna do a little workout to just feel good going into the day. I think we're gonna have like a big river day of just like floating on the river, which isn't much movement. So Joe's gonna do pull-ups. I'm gonna do a lower body workout. I'll show you what lower body workout I like to do when I'm not home or like going to the gym or anything. I did this yesterday too. Yes, the germaphobe in me is not doing okay right now. left the Russian River, which is so sad because we had such a good time there. It was the cutest little town, just like floating in the sun. We're about an hour north of where we were and up the coast and towards the ocean. We're now near Sea Ranch, which is like a really cool sort of like neighborhood, I guess, of really cool houses on the coast. And we're gonna go for, I think it's a 6 or 7 mile run to just explore the area, get some energy out before driving about 4 hours to the very top of California. Just finished our 7 miles. It felt so good, but towards the end I got so hungry. So now I'm eating a chomps, which is 10 grams of protein, and then some pistachios, which are also good protein. So should feel good in a second. Another food tip on the road is to buy these like lettuces in these containers, and then you can just make a salad within this, and you don't need like a bowl or anything. So I have lettuce, I'm gonna do tomato, I have a cucumber that I'm gonna slice up, and then some chickpeas, and we have a bottle of dressing from last night's dinner. I'm gonna add some more pistachios to this, and that's a pretty good lunch. I've been so obsessed with this stuff lately, and the little grocery store that we went to had it. It's, instead of kombucha, it's called kvass, and it's a lot more rare than kombucha, I'd say, but it's made out of fermented vegetables, and it's a little bit salty, so I feel like it wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea, but I love it. What do you think about the dome?
I love it. I love the dome.
We finally found it. We had to like through their property to find this because it's past 11 p.m. We had to go to Walmart because we realized that there's no blankets or anything in here. So we went and bought sleeping bags at the last second. I think we should close that.
I want the cat. Can you bring the cat in? Oh, my phone.
Guys, a cat came into our dome.
Hey, push.
Oh, do you hear it's me? Oh my gosh. You have the cutest meow. So we found a cat. So this is where we slept last night. We got in very dark, as you saw. Got in when it was very dark. But it's so cool to wake up here and actually see where we were. How was your night in the dome?
So good.
Like, you have to go down 2 staircases. Yay! We've just made it to Oregon. Stopping by the sign. And then we'll be heading up to stay with my friend for a night. Once I got to Oregon, I really took a step back from filming just because I really wanted to spend time with all my loved ones in Oregon. So I took little clips here and there, and so I hope you enjoy the next kind of sporadic clips of Oregon.
Which one should I get? And I got these.
Okay, they look.
But after staying at my friend Madison's adorable cabin, we headed into Portland and stayed with my brother and hung out with friends, and then went to one of my best friend's weddings, which was so amazing. I didn't really take any clips there just because I was really in the moment, enjoying the wedding and being around so many college friends, my brother, etc. So I really hope you enjoyed this video from California to Oregon, and hopefully you were able to write down some of these destinations. It was definitely a whirlwind of a couple days, but overall I was so happy with all the choices that we made of places to stay and see. And the next time I talk to you will be in Canada, and then I'll see you back home. Bye.